Hello everyone. Today I am going to teach you the second lesson of poetry, class 10th, Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. Let's start the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So, students, here the poet is saying that the people are having different views about the end of this existing world. Some people say the world will end in fire, and students, here word fire has been used symbolically. It means uh, it means passion and desire. We can say in this way the people think passion and desire will lead to the end of this world. And students, in next line we see some people think that the world will end in ice. Students, same as fire, ice has also been used symbolically. Here it means hate, and hate will lead to the end of this world. As the poet has tasted or experienced the desire, then he supports those people who favor that the world will end in fire. Okay, students, here we have seen that people are having different views for the end of this world, and some are saying the world will end in fire, some are saying the world will end in ice. And as I have discussed with you, ice and fire, they both have been used here symbolically. Fire means passion and desire, ice means hate. And if we talk about the poet has experienced desire himself, and he supports those people who favor the fire. Okay, students, let's move to the next passage. But but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Student, in this passage the poet is saying, if the world has to be destroyed twice, it means in two times, then ice is stronger than fire, and it will be sufficient for the destruction of this existing world. Because as the poet has seen or experienced, the people of this world are filled with enough hate for one another, and this hate is enough to end this humanity among the people. Student, in this way, through this poem, the poet has suggested us the way how this world may end. Okay, student, I hope you have understood this poem. And now, students, as I discussed the poetic device with you in the previous video, same I will discuss some more poetic device with you. So, firstly, students, see in the first passage. In the first passage, in first line, we can see some. It means first letter of this word S, and next word say, first letter of this word S. So we can say, student, in previous video we also read, if consonant letter gets repeated more than one time, then this poetic device is called alliteration. So students, we can say S is getting repeated more than one time here, so alliteration has been used here. And in the same way, world, it means W, and will, it means W has also been repeated here, so here is also alliteration. Okay, students, in the same second line, same thing has been used, you can see it yourself. And in next two words, in first letter is I, and I's first letter is I, also I. So we can see I has been repeated. So student, there is a change. There is a change here, students. Uh, if consonant letter gets repeated, then alliteration has means this device is called alliteration. But if the vowel letter gets repeated, students, then we call that assonance. Assonance, assonance, assonance. Okay, clear, students? Same definition is same, letter gets repeated, okay, in a line. Then but if the consonant letter gets repeated, then we call it alliteration. If vowel letter I gets repeated, we call it assonance. Okay, students? Now we move ahead. Students, now I talk about symbolism. I also talked about symbolism in my previous video, in first lesson of poetry, 10th class. Here same, fire and ice. These two words have been used by the poet here symbolically, and I have also discussed what's the symbolic means of these words in the poem. So I think you have understood it clearly, students. Okay, now we moved ahead. We can now, students, I would like to talk about enjambment. Enjambment is a in this device, an idea doesn't end with a line. It is carried on to the next line or lines without any punctuation mark. Okay, students, in this device an idea doesn't end with a line. It is carried on to the next line or lines without using any punctuation mark. So you can see it, students, there is no punctuation mark in first line, second line, third line. Okay, you can see it yourself. So in this way, enjambment poetic device has been used here. So students, how many devices we have used? Alliteration, assonance, then symbolism, and the fourth one is enjambment. So students, 4 devices we have used here today. And students, second passage, you have to search these the poetic device yourselves. Okay, first passage has been completed by me, second passage you will do it yourself. Okay, students? So I hope you have understood whatever I have taught you. And so if you have liked my video, so don't forget to like it, to subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, and to share it. Okay, students? Thank you.